It's 1999, that was the only two things we were fans of, and we hated each other. We're like, looked at Space 99 and I'm like, your laser gun looks stupid.
You don't even have a laser gun, you have a phaser. What's a phaser? Phasers are dumb.
Yeah, phasers don't make scientific sense. Oh, shut up.
Hi guys, thanks for coming. My question is for all of you actually. I think Buffy is known for the friendships more than the romances. What is your favorite canon friendship?
My favorite one.
Friendship, like of all the characters on the show, what's your favorite friendship?
I mean, I had like friends and then they weren't my friends anymore. I was trying to do crazy shit to them, so. But I felt like Angel, you know, did me right. Even when I was a hot mess, he let me through it. He's a friend. Killed him a few times, he's still my friend.
I think the hot romance with Giles.
The hot bromance with Spike.
Yeah!
And I also always thought that Clem and Lauren would have been best friends.
You know, Spike eventually shows up and Buffy seems to be like, oh yeah, hey, it's Spike, but we never get to see a flashback or anything of how Buffy finally realizes that Spike is still alive, because last she saw him, he was dying for everyone.
Yeah.
So I was curious, in your mind, how did that scene happen when Buffy finds out Spike is still alive?
I think, you know, Angel probably ratted me out for being alive. He probably called, when I showed up at his office, he probably calls up, Buffy's like, what, you sent him over? Like, damn you! Yeah, I would suspect that that's probably how she found out. That's my rationalization. Or maybe sloppy writing. I don't know. Yeah.
Do you guys all read the comics? Yes, you should. They're really good. Clem ends up with Harmony. Yeah. Clem is completely smitten with Harmony. He gets her a unicorn. Told you, lover, not a fighter.
Hi, so I was wondering, I know acting is a lot of psychology, and something that really stood out to me about yours and Faith's characters is that, and Eliza, is that y'all, it was a redemption arc for both of you, and it is huge, and it's one of the most beautiful, like, going through that from like evil to good. The redemption that you guys got to experience and bring to life in these characters. Can you talk about that?
Sure. No, it's a secret.
I mean, these are good questions. You guys are deep up here. For me, again, just it was a very similar. I could identify with a lot of the sort of themes in Faith's life, just from my own at the time, and you know, good people can do bad things, and I said it yesterday, good people can do bad things and hurt people, and so I feel like, especially also when Faith first started crossing over to Crazy Town, that was when I really started having fan letters and fan encounters where people were really feeling for the character and saying, like, I identify with the character. And so I think, again, I can't really take credit for creating Faith. That I can't take, that happened from Joss and the writers, but I just think that when it was done so well, I was able to bring a lot of my own feelings and my own reality into it. So that was my process. Was just trying to be real and trying to be vulnerable as an actor, really vulnerable, to show that show that.
Yeah, you know, when I got on the show, I was really aware, like I was a disposable villain. Spike was designed to be killed very quickly. And to Joss Whedon, evil is not cool. And I really respect that. I think that it's a disservice when storytellers present evil as cool, you know, and don't do anything more with it than that. And Joss, like vampires for the show, for Buffy, they are metaphors for all the things you get over in high school, or all the problems you have in high school. So vampires on Buffy are supposed to be ugly and very quickly dead. And I mean, that's why we vamp out before we fight someone, because Joss did not want that to be central at all. And then I get on the show, and the fans are reacting in a way like, oh, it's like he got talked into one romantic vampire. And it wasn't his idea, it was David Greenwald's. And then Angel takes off like a shot, and Joss is like, okay, that's it. One, no more. And I come on the show, and whatever it was, the coat or the hair or whatever that was, amazing amount of makeup. I had more makeup than Buffy by far. I was being perceived as a romantic. And he backed me up against the wall one day, Joss did. He goes, I don't care how popular you are dead. Dead. That's not good in your football, man. That's okay. And so at some point, you know, it became clear that he was going to keep me around. I guess it was when he put me in the cast in season 4. And the question is, what are you going to do with this guy? How are you going to do it? And the thing is that I didn't know, I don't know if you knew, but he was going to redeem me. And Joss doesn't do anything kind of by half measure. And there's been a lot of stories and a lot of soap operas about the bad guy who then gets redeemed. And if you don't do it honestly and fully, it's really cheesy. And he doesn't do that. So what he was going to do is just put me through a lot of pain. And I just tried to be honest with that. And I tried to do it with as much sincerity as he was writing it. I remember when Spike gets his soul, like he starts getting visited by all his former victims as ghosts, going, "Hey, by the way, you took me away from. I was a mother, and now there's a baby. Like grew up, and she's now, not doing so well." So I was waking up in the morning and taking everything that I felt guilty for in my life and just beating myself over the head with it constantly for like 4 months. Which, as I found out, psychologically speaking, is not good. It worked pretty well on film, but it didn't do me any favors in real life, But I thought that I was just trying to keep up with it. Yeah.